Mike, just in terms of the overtime, like what did you kind of feel like was preventing you guys from getting over the hump? A few turnovers and just kind of looks like just a few mistakes that you guys don't want to make.
Yeah, we easily look at the turnovers, but I thought the two possessions where Monk got those back-to-back threes were even more crucial. Stuff that we had literally just talked about, trying to accomplish on that end, and we just somehow didn't do it. We didn't have all 5 guys locked in on that point, and those are mistakes we can't make late in the game like that. Obviously, the turnovers, the careless passes that we had, were the focal point at the end, but felt like with a 3-point lead, we should be able to get a couple stops and we take control of that game, and this locker room will be looking a lot different.
Then another slow start tonight. What are you kind of noticing in the last few games that's made it tough to get out of the blocks the way you want to?
For whatever reason, man, the energy level's been low. Not from everybody, just a couple guys here and there, different games. It's been different person every night, and it affects all 5 guys. We don't have everybody in the right state of mind to come out there and compete. We're going to have starts like that. Teams coming out trying to give us their best shot. They're going to run. They're going to play fast and try to beat us down the court before our defense sets up. So we got to find a way to get pushed through that. We got to find a way to start better, give ourselves a chance at not having to work so hard to get back in games, to try to make it a game, and credit that second unit for kind of pulling us back together there, and Nas and J-Mac and Monte and Nikhil, they're big for us, so we can't rely on them every night to do that.
With the Kings, they've gotten you twice at home here this year. Some of the things you're talking about, transition, are they especially equipped to take advantage of some of your weaknesses at times, maybe better than other teams are?
Well, they play with such pace, and they have shooters everywhere. Playing big like we do, it's a rat race. Once they get the ball, they're throwing it up. They're trying to drive and kick, and you're asking our 7-footers to guard wings, and it puts a lot of pressure. On us, and they have to be perfect to get stops and get back on defense. So yeah, they do. They do, try to take advantage of that. And they've been able to do that, especially at home here, the last 2 times we played them.
You and Rudy didn't run your high pick and roll very often tonight. You yourself didn't shoot from outside much. Was that just like part of the game plan, or was that just the way they defended, or how did it work out?
It was the way they defended it. This team, Sabonis and pick and roll, they tend to like trap you or try to make the ball handler give the ball up, and with Ant being out, I was the ball handler most of the time, so I got off the ball like you're supposed to, and the next guy has to make the play. So you're getting a lot more, Jaden looks in the corner, and Nikhil guys were getting good looks, and Nas and Rudy, being that guy in the pocket. So we were just trying to, make the right reads. I would have loved to have been able to shoot more, but I just wasn't in those spots to get those shots.
It doesn't happen very often, but the team wasn't very effective when you were on the court tonight. Do you have ideas about that as to why that happened? Do you want to look at the tape first?
I think the start of the game probably has a big part of that, and I was on the court with that.
Like -10 or whatever.
Yeah, I can't do nothing about that one. I was on the court at the same time. So, but you can look at it however you want to look at it. But I still felt like when I was out there, I made a lot of plays. Got deflections, got offensive rebounds, tried to make the right reads, and a couple turnovers here and there that were uncharacteristic. But other than that, just try to be myself when I'm out there.
Mike, when a team like the Kings presents such an important one-on-one matchup for Rudy, what does that change for the defense, for the other 4 of you surrounding them?
Yeah, well, it's a unique matchup because we end up having to let Rudy just guard most of the time, and we try to keep it a 2-on-2 pick and roll situation where 2 guys, if they're in it, are going to make the plays. You break off and try to get some deflections if they pass to Sabonis, and if Sabonis gets in the middle, let Rudy kind of handle it and go from there. And we have to, I think tonight was one of those nights where Sabonis, when he did miss, we didn't get the offensive. They got the offensive rebound. We weren't able to clamp down on those 50-50 balls, and we got to help him on that in that regard. regard because we rely on him to do so much, and we expect a lot out of him, but we got to do our job as well, help him as much as we can. And tonight was it's tough. He's a really good player, and it was tough to stop the Sabonis tonight.
It seems like they were sending 4 guys to the glass often, and often a counter to that is to run yourselves. But the game was already so much running. Is that maybe why you guys didn't get to that as often? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that's normally a recourse there.
Yeah, you could say that, but I've been on teams where you're taught to crash because it helps the transition defense in a sense. It's just a weird take. It's like you crash and it makes everybody else have to box out, and nobody's leaking out and all that stuff because you're getting more offensive rebounds. So it kind of slows down because of that. We're worried about not giving up the offensive rebound. Once we finally get the defensive rebound, we're like, a breath of fresh air. Like, ooh, let's get this ball and let's get something good. So it was effective. It was effective for them. Teams are trying to do that now. A lot of teams do that. So we just got to be better at coming up with the ball. Really, I think we do a poor job of kind of like tapping it out and like not really grabbing the ball, and that causes kickouts and easy threes. So guards got to be better at hanging out around that free throw line and try to get those and run to get it